Kelsea Ballerini, the chart-topping country pop artist, known for her heartfelt lyrics and soaring vocals, is not afraid to be real. Whether on stage, in interviews, or in her songs, Ballerini has built her career on embracing authenticity, something that's not always easy in an industry that often celebrates perfection over raw emotion. As she approaches a major milestone in her life, turning 30, Ballerini reflects on the transformative journey she's been on, both personally and professionally. From navigating the pressures of fame to mentoring emerging artists on The Voice, she's learned the importance of vulnerability and how it has shaped her as an artist and a person. Embracing the power of vulnerability. Vulnerability is often viewed as a weakness, but for Ballerini, it has been a source of strength. Throughout her career, she has written songs that speak to universal emotions: love, heartbreak, self-discovery, and growth. Her lyrics are raw, honest, and often deeply personal, making it clear that Ballerini isn't interested in hiding behind a facade. Whether it's the confessional tone of Peter Pan or the empowering anthem of Homecoming Queen, Ballerini's music explores the complexities of life with a level of emotional depth that resonates with listeners of all backgrounds. "I've always been an open book," Ballerini says, reflecting on her approach to songwriting. "I think people connect with my music because it's real. It's not about trying to fit into a mold or be something I'm not. It's about being honest, even when it feels uncomfortable." This willingness to expose her innermost thoughts and feelings in her music has been both a gift and a challenge. On one hand, it allows her to connect with fans on a deep level. On the other hand, it requires a level of courage that many artists shy away from. But for Ballerini, the reward is worth the risk. Turning 30, Ballerini finds herself at a place in life where the pressure to be perfect has lessened. "When I was younger, I felt like I had to have everything figured out, that I had to be on top of everything at all times," she shares. "Now that I'm approaching 30, I've realized that being vulnerable and open about my flaws is actually one of the most powerful things I can do. It's what makes me human, and I think that's what people relate to." As she looks ahead to the next chapter of her life and career, Ballerini recognizes that the power of vulnerability is something that will continue to shape her work. "I've learned that vulnerability is strength. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to be messy. And it's okay to be imperfect," she says, adding that her journey of self-acceptance has only just begun. The Voice, a platform for growth and connection. In addition to her solo career, Ballerini has found a new outlet for her vulnerability and creativity as a coach on The Voice. Since joining the show, Ballerini has had the opportunity to mentor and guide aspiring artists, many of whom are at the beginning of their own journeys towards self-discovery. Her role as a coach has given her a fresh perspective on the power of vulnerability, not just in her own music, but in the way she interacts with her team. On The Voice, Ballerini's approach is rooted in empathy and understanding. She recognizes that the contestants on the show are not just competing for fame. They're working through their own insecurities and fears. The Voice is such a unique experience because it's not just about the talent. It's about finding confidence and believing in yourself, Ballerini explains. "When you're on stage, you're not just singing a song, you're sharing a piece of your soul. And that's what makes it so powerful." Her own experiences of self-doubt and growth allow her to connect with the contestants on a deeper level. "I know what it feels like to be in their shoes," she says. "I've had my own share of moments where I questioned if I was good enough, if I belonged. So I try to remind them that it's okay to be vulnerable and embrace who they are. That's when the magic happens, when you're able to let go of the fear and just be yourself." Ballerini's role as a coach on The Voice also allows her to showcase another side of herself, one that is nurturing, encouraging, and supportive. It's a stark contrast to the competitive nature of the show, where the judges often battle it out to build the best team. But for Ballerini, it's not about winning. It's about guiding her team to find their own voice and trust in their unique talents. I think people sometimes forget that being a coach is not just about giving advice. It's about listening, being present, and helping these artists understand their worth, she says. At the end of the day, it's not just about the performance. It's about building confidence and empowering these contestants to trust themselves. Turning 30. A time for reflection and renewal. As Ballerini approaches her 30th birthday, she finds herself reflecting on the journey she's taken so far. The past decade has been a whirlwind, filled with chart-topping hits, sold-out tours, personal growth, and significant life changes. But despite the highs and lows, Ballerini feels a sense of peace about where she is today. Turning 30 feels like a reset in a way, she says. It's a time to reflect on everything I've learned and everything I still want to do. I feel like I'm just getting started. One of the most significant changes Ballerini has experienced in recent years is a shift in her approach to her career and her personal life. I used to be so focused on pleasing other people, whether it was the industry, my fans, or even myself, she admits. But now, I'm focused on what feels right for me. I'm not trying to fit into anyone else's expectations. I'm just embracing who I am. This newfound sense of freedom has also influenced her music. The songs I'm writing now are a reflection of where I am in life, she says. They're less about trying to prove something and more about just expressing what I'm feeling in the moment. It's about being real, even if it's uncomfortable or messy. Turning 30 has also given Ballerini the confidence to lean into her vulnerability even more. I think when you're younger, there's a pressure to be perfect and have everything figured out. But as you get older, you realize that it's okay to not have all the answers, she says. In fact, it's better to be honest about your struggles and embrace the imperfections. That's what makes us human. The future. More vulnerability, more growth. As Kelsea Ballerini steps into the next chapter of her life and career, she is determined to keep embracing vulnerability in all its forms. I want to keep making music that reflects who I am and where I'm at in my life, she says. Whether that means sharing the happy moments or the tough ones, I want to continue to be honest with my fans. Her role on The Voice has also given her a renewed sense of purpose, helping others find their own voice and confidence. The future is all about growth, both as an artist and as a person, she says. I'm excited to see where this journey takes me, but I know that I'll always stay true to who I am and what I believe in. For Ballerini, the power of vulnerability is not just a personal philosophy, it's the key to her success, both on stage and off. As she turns 30, she is ready to embrace whatever comes next, knowing that the most powerful thing she can do is stay true to herself.